Alright, what's going on, everybody? We are live for the USFL Conference Championship game between the Panthers and the Stallions. I'm on a lot later than I wanted to be, but we actually just saw the first play from scrimmage, which was a run by Matt Colburn for a couple of yards. Ignore this for the moment, I gotta fix this. Which is actually my last stream. It's crazy to think I haven't streamed in like 4 weeks. Second and 7 here for the Panthers. I'll change the rest of it in a second. Empty backfield for Danny Etling. Etling will get it out quickly into the flat, makes the catch, makes a move, and is then wrapped up following a pickup of 4. Flag in on the play. Officials discussing it now, but should be, if it stands, about a 3rd and 3. Hold on 1 second. Alright, let's see. What's this penalty? It's roughing the passer, so they're going to add 15. That'll give the Panthers an automatic first down. It is on defensive tackle Carlos Davis for the Stallions. Was selected to the All UFL team earlier this week. Alright, let me get the comments up. Give me a second. First and 10 for the Panthers. Now in Stallions territory. Here's a touch pass ahead to Marcus Sims. And Sims is taken down following a pickup of about 5 or 6 by safety Kenny Robinson. But welcome to the stream, everybody. Let me get up the comments. Second and 4 from the 31. Etling will look to throw, and this play is blown dead. Looks like we got a false start prior to the snap. It's on left tackle Jarrett Horst, the first overall pick in the 2022 USFL Collegiate Draft. Here's a 2nd and 9. Etling will look to throw again. Zips one over the middle. Tight window broken up. Incomplete. Kyle in coverage. Alright, just put a poll out. Be sure to vote on that. 3rd and 9 for the Panthers. Etling underneath. That's caught. First down and more. Still on his feet. He's going to score. Panthers strike first. Opening drive. They go right down the field. Mariner with the touchdown. A 35-yard catch and run for Sayosi Mariner. And the Panthers take a 6-0 lead early in this game. Panthers score in under 3 minutes. They'll be lining up to go for 1 point here. They will hand this off left. Matt Colburn. Can he get the edge? No, he can't. He's taken down. But the Panthers strike first, 6-0. after an opening drive touchdown, capped off with a 35-yard catch and run by Sayosi Mariner. Hold on, I gotta adjust something real quick. Alright, there we go. That drive was a 5-play, 48-yard drive that took 2:43 off the clock and ended in 6 points for the Panthers. As I mentioned before, Danny Etling does get the start. He is the starter. No Bryce Perkins today for the Panthers. He's out for the year with I believe it's a shoulder injury, although don't quote me on that. And then EJ Perry is off the IR, but is the third-string quarterback. Jake Bates sends this one away. Will be returned by Ricky Person. Person on the return is going to try to break this to the outside, and he's brought down at the 33-yard line. So here is Adrian Martinez and the Stallions offense. Martinez, third in the league in passing yards, led the league in rushing yards and rushing yards and total touchdowns. Although this is a Stallions offense that has struggled lately, averaging just 14.5 points in their last 2 games. And gonna need to step it up this game. Scored 20 last week, 9 the week before. They're going to start off with a handoff to Person, who's not going to find a ton of space, just 2 yards on the carry. Person was the leading, had the most touchdowns in the regular season. Martinez in shotgun. He'll look to throw. Martinez now going to take off and run. Martinez breaks to the outside. Martinez out of bounds after a pickup of 6. Brings up 3rd and 2. Regular season UFL awards, 2 from the Panthers. Mike Nolan, Coach of the Year, and Breland Speaks, Defensive Player of the Year. MVP is now announced June 10th, so that'll be Monday. Likely going to be Adrian Martinez. Offensive Player of the Year was Hakeem Butler of the Battlehawks. 3rd and 2. Martinez rolls right. Martinez pressured, now throws. Completed to Amari Rogers. No, incomplete. Wait a minute, I'm confused. I thought he caught that. But then they put up 4th and 2. It is a catch. It's going to depend on the spot here. They gave him the first down. Okay. So first down, Stallions. Amari Rogers, the all UFL punt returner, I believe. Alright, so this appears to be a catch to me. They're taking a look at this. They're rolling on the field as a catch and a first down. They're looking at 2 things. Is it a catch? Is it a first down? I think it's both. But the spot is definitely close. I think it's a catch, but I'm not sure on the spot. Looks like he's got to get to that full yard line. Maybe. Let's see. They're going to make him just short. It's going to be 4th and half a yard for the Stallions. So 4th and short for the Stallions, early 4th down. Let's see what the Stallions opt to do here. Oh, score is 6-0. My bad. It just realized never changed it. Sorry about that. 4th down. Sorry, I completely missed it. They ran it with Ricky Person for a 1st down. Or at least what's marked as a 1st down. Now they're going to take a measurement. Yeah, they ran it out of the T formation with Person. Oh, I think he got that. He was then driven backwards. Wow, short by 9 inches, according to the true line measurement. Wow. I thought he got it. That's big. Panthers now take over with great field position. And they've gotten off to a great start now. A touchdown in 3 minutes on their first drive and then force a turnover on downs. And get the ball on the Stallion 42-yard line. That's a great start for the Panthers. That drive for the Stallions, 4 plays, 9 yards. The Panthers' first drive went 5 plays, 58 yards. They'll be beginning from the 42 here. Sorry, I'm just reorganizing my tabs over here so I have them all organized with rosters, stats, all that stuff. Alright, but the Panthers take over with a 6-0 lead, force a Stallion turnover on downs on the first Birmingham drive of the day. Hold on, let me try to get this mic in a good position. Alright. Right there. Alright, I think we're good right here. Alright, so still waiting for them to come back from commercial. Panthers' first touchdown was caught by Seosi Mariner, who is 27 catches and 345 yards on the season. That is 16th in the league in receiving yards. Alright, so 6-0 Panthers, ball on the 42. Etling in shotgun. Turns around and hands this off. Gonna bounce this to the outside. Stiff arm, and he's eventually dragged down. Following a pickup of 6. That was number 28. Hold on, I don't see a 28. Oh, Nate McCrary. He gains 5 on the first down run. 2nd and 5. They keep it on the ground with McCreary, and he is going to only pick up about 2. This will be a 3rd and 3. So 3rd and short here for the Panthers. It is a 3rd and 3. Matt Colburn now enters the game at running back, standing to the right of Danny Etling. Etling looks to throw on 3rd down. Has time. Floats one downfield. Open receiver, and he overthrew him. Sayosi Mariner was wide open. And Danny Etling just floats it too high. Mariner is wide open, and Etling just misses him. Brings up a 4th and 3 for the Panthers. And they will send on Jake Bates, 17 of 22 in field goals on the season. This is a 53-yarder, and the kick from Bates is right down the middle. Another field goal of at least 50 yards for Jake Bates. That one from 53. Extends the Panthers' lead now 9-0. Bates actually missed going that same direction last week with a chance to win the game. I believe that was 51. But he makes this one from 53. So the Stallions will get the ball back, looking to do more than go and turn the ball over on downs. Bates kicks this away. Here's the return by Jennings. Jennings with speed on the return. Cuts to the outside, and he is eventually taken down at the 33. A flag is back at the 21. It's going to be a hold on the return. Holding on 16 of the return team. That backs up the Stallions. Let's see where exactly they're starting. They'll be starting at the 23. The winner of this game will play the XFL Conference Champion, either the Battlehawks or Brahmas, who play tomorrow. Got the comments in a second. 1st and 10 from the 23. Martinez in shotgun. We'll go to the ground with CJ Marable. Marable up the middle, spinning his way for a gain of 6. Actually, give him 5 on 1st down. Oh, it's up, bro. Keep grinding, my guy. I will. Thank you for the encouragement. Appreciate it. Second and 5 here for the Stallions. Just one pass attempt in 5 plays. Here they keep it on the ground. Marable breaks the tackle. Still on his feet. Runs somebody over to gain 7 and a Stallion first down. Great job by Marable to avoid the Panther defenders. There's 3 of them in the backfield. He's able to break the tackle and pick up 7. First and 10 for the Stallions at the 35. Martinez in shotgun. 3 receivers to the right side. They'll throw it out there to Amari. Rogers got blockers in front of him. And Rogers will gain 4 on the screen. So far, results on the poll, 83% of you guys have said the Stallions will win, 17% have said the Panthers. Be sure to vote if you have not already done so. I got the Stallions winning this one. I don't remember my exact score. I think like 23-17 or something like that. Martinez to the outside again. There is Amari Rogers, his 3rd catch. He's caught all 3 pass attempts for the Stallions. Rogers a little short of the first down. Will be a 3rd and 3. Stallions still have not picked up a first down in this game. 6:25 to go in the opening quarter. They're actually going to go back to the 2nd down play and take a look at it for something. Not really sure what. Let's see. Oh, apparently that wasn't a catch. Mike Pereira catches something in the review center and overturns it. So it's 3rd and 7. Didn't even get to see a replay, but... Now 3rd and 7, Martinez looks to throw, but play is blown dead. We got a flag down. It's a false start. That'll back the Stallions up 5. 3rd and 12. Not making this easy on themselves. Wide receiver Deon Kane with the false start. Apparently going back to that 2nd down play that was overturned to Amari Rogers, he never got the feet down. Or the 2nd foot down. So a 3rd and 12 for the Stallions. Wait, never mind. This is actually backed up even further. We got an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty. That came after that play was blown dead on the Stallions' left guard for headbutting the defender. It's backed up. They went from a potential 3rd and 3 to a 3rd and 7 to 3rd and 12 to now 3rd and 27. That is already the 4th Stallion penalty for 45 penalty yards. This is a 3rd and 27. Martinez throws outside. That is incomplete. Looking for Deon Kane. He slipped on the break of his route. And unable to catch that one. So 4th down. Stallions with no first downs in their first 2 drives. And they'll be forced to punt it away here on 4th and a mile. So the punt is going to be fielded at the 35 on the return. It's got some blocking. Going to try to bounce it to the far side of the field. It's going to get taken down at the 47. And that is where the Panthers will take over. Still with a 9-0 lead. "47 yards on the punt, 8 on the return. And the Panthers take over on the 47-yard line after a punt with 4:44 to go in the first quarter. Stallions have really gotten off to a slow start. Well, 1 second. Alright, waiting for them to come back from commercial. Results in the poll, 83% of you guys said the Stallions will win, 17% said the Panthers. Be sure to vote if you have not already done so. I also put a poll out in the community tab of my channel, and 79% of you guys said the Stallions will win, 21% said the Panthers. And let me just check my exact score. I think it was 23-17, now that I try to remember. Yeah, 23-17. I got the Stallions beating the Panthers, although they've gotten off to a terrible start. And I really don't trust the Stallions with how they've been playing lately. I mean, they lost 2 weeks ago. They almost lost last week. So they really need to play a lot better. Gotten off to a terrible start. And let's see if they can change that. Panthers with the ball on their own 47-yard line here, 9-0 lead with 4.5 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Etling in shotgun. They're actually started their own 43. Etling is pressured, steps up in the pocket, flag comes in, could be a hold, and this one overthrown. Etling looking over the middle. Yeah, this flag right in the area of holding, and it will be a holding. COC Mariner, the intended target. This is a holding on left tackle Jarrett Horst. Oh, that's a very small hold. I don't like that call. That's weak. 1st and 20 after the penalty. Etling dumps it off to his tight end in the flat, who's not going to gain much. I don't like that call on 1st and extremely long. That gain's only like a yard, maybe 2. It's now 2nd and 18. 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 So second and very long, empty backfield for Etling. Will look to throw. Gets it out quickly. That is caught at the 40. And that will result in a pickup of 5 with the tackle made right there. So another third and long. Third and 15. Actually, third and 13, my bad. Third and 13, again, they empty the backfield. Coburn splits out wide. Etling will look to throw against just a 3-man rush. Etling, over the middle. Wow, they got a first down on that. A flag comes in at the point of the tackle. Mariner makes the catch. He's been everywhere to start this game. First down Panthers if it stands. There's a flag right there at the point of the tackle. Alright, we got a personal foul on the Stallions. It's a completed pass, and then we got unnecessary roughness for a hit on a defenseless receiver. That is just a terrible sequence for the Stallions, giving up a first down on third and 13. And then it hits the head on a defenseless receiver. Let's see this call. I don't love it. Nah, that's another call I don't like. The guy they called it on is not even hitting him in the head. He hits him in the chest. And his head just happens to bounce off another defender. So 2 calls so far on this drive I really haven't liked. First, the holding for the Panthers. Then that penalty against the Stallions. The first down carry goes to Coburn for like 2 yards. Brings up a 2nd and 6. Second and 6 is what this is marked as. They toss this. Oh, Coburn fumbles it. Still loose. He's able to dive on it. Coburn didn't catch it cleanly on the toss. He bobbled it at first, dropped it, then tried to pick it up again, and then dropped it again. He is able to get it back, and the Panthers will keep possession. But that is a almost disaster for the Panthers. They're able to keep possession. The Stallions really do need to tighten it up. A loss of 6 on the play, 3rd and 12. Etling, with time underneath, that is caught by Coburn on the check down, has space after the catch, and Coburn taken down. Picks up about 8, brings up 4th and 4. And probably another field goal coming for the Panthers. The field goal unit comes on. Jake Bates made one from 53. Here is his second attempt. This one a little closer. This one will be 42. This one, 42-yarder from the right hash. Bates 1 for 1 today, and he will stay perfect. Now 2 for 2. As he nails a 42-yarder. So the Panthers, with a great first quarter, 40 seconds left to go. 40 seconds left in the opening quarter. It's now 12-0. They're really going to go to commercial. Then kick off, do like 2 plays, and then go to another full commercial break for the end of the quarter. Okay. Are the Stallions even on the field? Not looking like they're playing that way. But the Stallions are going to get the ball back, still with a 0 on the board in terms of points, losing 12-0. So far, results in the poll: 75% of you guys have said the Stallions will win, and 25% have said the Panthers. Be sure to vote if you've not already done so. Still waiting for them to come back from commercial. So they're back from commercial. Stallions going to get the ball on the kickoff. Not playing well so far, especially offensively. Still 0 first downs in the game. They've also been penalized 5 times for 60 yards. Here's Ricky Person on the return. Person up the middle of the field has space, breaks a tackle, and Person will get up to the 40. So good starting field position for the Stallions. So 1st and 10 from the 40. Martinez will look to throw. Martinez is pressured. Martinez spins away from it. Martinez still on his feet, then stumbles to the ground, losing a yard. He actually almost fumbled that. Somehow able to stay on his feet, although ends up taking a sack anyway. They don't have to run another play before the quarter ends. And it doesn't appear they will. 5 seconds left, still not at the line of scrimmage. No, they're not gonna. But end of the first quarter, Panthers lead this one 12-0. A horrible opening quarter for the Stallions. A 0 on the board. Their defense hasn't been terrible, but they have given up 12 points. Hold on, I just want to check something really quickly. Give me 1 second. Alright, but still waiting for them to come back from commercial. Alright, they're back from commercial to begin the second quarter of play. Stallions need a better second quarter here. Penalized 5 times for 60 yards in the first quarter, no points, not even a single first down. Here is a 2nd and 11 from their own 39. Martinez, empty backfield, will look to throw. Martinez with time to the outside, that is caught by Marlon Williams, breaks the tackle, and Williams will gain 7. It's got picks up 7, bring up a 3rd and 4. Another empty backfield for Martinez. They'll actually give this a 3rd and 3. First down at midfield. Martinez throwing quickly, that is caught for a first down. Still on his feet. Victor gets back up, and he's going to walk in for a touchdown. If he wasn't touchdown, I think he's down, though. Let's see. Benjamin Victor caught a slant, then went to the ground, got back up, and smart to touchdown. The play was never blown dead. This has got to be down by contact. There's no way. He's literally tackled. Yeah, that's... Alright, not a touchdown. They get that correct. Martinez with time, going deep down the field, up the seam, caught by Sternberger. Still on his feet, Sternberger rumbling towards the end zone. Inside the 5, Sternberger down to the 2. 2 great plays for the Stallions. Sternberger finds himself wide open in the middle of the field. And the Stallions doing something here to start the second quarter. Sternberger's been playing really well as of late. 38-yard catch there. He is a great target for the Stallions offense. Was an all UFL tight end. I disagreed with that. I thought it should be Sal Canelo, but still a really good tight end. It's a huge play. Martinez on the design quarterback run. He's going nowhere. He could just throw this away. He doesn't think of that, and he ends up losing 9. Back to the 11. Oh, wait a minute. I don't know if he could have thrown it. I think there might have been linemen down the field. That still would have been better than what he did, because even if it's an ineligible player downfield penalty, then that's 5 yards and a replay of the down instead of a loss of 10, and you lose the down. So now, second and goal from the 11. Empty backfield for Martinez. He looks to throw. Martinez is going to roll out to his right. Flag comes in, likely going to be a hold. Martinez is going to throw this away. This is going to be the 6th penalty already for the Stallions. It's on guard Zach Johnson. So that backs him up to a second and goal from the 21. The Stallions got down in the red zone inside the 5 to like the 2, but gone backwards since then. They already had 6 penalties for 70 yards. This is usually a really disciplined team. Second and goal from the 21. Not every day you see that. Martinez looks to throw. Down the field, that is... Oh, what a diving catch! Made by Gary Jennings. That's a really nice catch. Gets him back down to the 5. That was big. Nice catch as well. So third and goal from the 5. Back to a good spot for third down. Empty backfield for Martinez. Panthers show blitz. They bring the pressure. Martinez floats one to the end zone. That is incomplete. I think that could have been offensive pass interference if it was caught. Jordan Thomas was the intended target. A big, like 6'6" tight end, like 280 pounds. Yeah, he's 6'6", 277. He actually caught a 2-point conversion attempt on nearly an identical play last week. Blew it for a 30-yard field goal. His kick's up and good. And the Stallions are at least on the board. It is now 12-3. But the Panthers defense with a nice stand once they allow the Stallions to get into the red zone, and they hold them to 3. That drive for the Stallions, their best of the day by far. Actually, the first drive they picked up a first down. A total of 8 plays, 55 yards. But they continue to add to the penalty totals. But the Stallions get on the board. But waiting for them to come back from commercial, so far results in the poll, 66% of you guys, 67% have said the Stallions, 33% have said the Panthers. So still waiting for them to come back from commercial. I think these commercial breaks have been really long, unless I'm just imagining that. Alright, they're back from commercial. The Stallions get on the board now 12-3 after a field goal on their last drive. Set to send this away. And it sends it off. Picks it off. Returned from the 8-yard line. On the return, don't know exactly who this is, but it's a pretty good return up to the 34. And that is where the Panthers will take over. That's Devin Ross returning kicks. So here is a 1st and 10 from the 34. Danny Etling in shotgun with back line to his right. He hands off to Nate McCrary up the middle. McCrary with a good run, gains 9 on 1st down. That's an area the Stallions have been hurt in the past few games. They have allowed teams to run the ball, despite having really good numbers on the season against the run. Panthers keep it on the ground. McCreary again picks up a 1st down. And after 2 plays, they're up to the 48-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 for the Panthers. After 2 good run plays to open up this drive. They will keep it on the ground. McCrary again. Another good run up the middle of the field. Breaks the tackle. McCrary still on his feet. Taken down at the 26-yard line. Nate McCrary with 3 really good runs to begin this drive. Gets it all the way down to the 30-yard line. And this Panthers run game has been pretty effective. Nate McCrary, 5 carries for 47 yards in the game. A lot of that come this drive. Here's a dump off to the tight end in the flat, as the completion will gain 7. Etling again hands off, this time Matt Colburn going to try to bounce this outside. Instead he's going backwards. Colburn loses 3. Third and 5 after the loss for Colburn. Here comes the 5th play of the drive. 4 runs, 1 pass. 3 runs, 1 pass. No, 4, sorry. Etling gets it out quickly, incomplete. Miscommunication with the intended receiver, who is Trey Quinn. Or that was either severely underthrown to COC Mariner. Either one of the two results in an incomplete pass. And here comes Jake Bates for his 3rd field goal attempt of this first half. This one is going to be a 39-yarder. Has already made a 53-yarder and a 42-yarder. This one 39 yards, and the kick from Bates on the way and good. Panthers get it back to a 12-point lead. They answer the Stallions field goal with a field goal of their own. This row has never changed. This is the 2nd quarter, not the 1st quarter. It is now 15-3 as the Panthers lead the Stallions. Alright, still waiting for them to come back from commercial. Why are these commercial breaks like 10 hours long? Oh, okay, apparently because I switched tabs, they just didn't. It somehow got delayed, but I don't think they've run any plays. And in my opinion of the refs being fair, I think they've been pretty fair overall. I think there's a couple missed calls here and there. There's, I think, one penalty for each team I disagree with, but overall, I don't think it's been in favor of one team or the other. Oh, person muffs kickoff. Is then going to pick it up? No, he can't pick it up. He's going to dive on it. Marlon Williams actually dives on it. That is a disaster. Marlon Williams dives on it back near the 20-yard line. It just goes right through his hands. Person that unable to pick it up, similar to what happened to Matt Coburn before. Marlon Williams dives on it. Now, an interesting rule in the UFL, I don't think if the Panthers recovered that, that's a Panther football, which makes no sense. Here's Deon Cain on the screen, blown up, nowhere to go. As Cain gets taken down at the line of scrimmage on the screen. And that brings up a 2nd and 9. Here's a 2nd and 9. Martinez is pressured from his blind side. Ball comes out. The ball is free, recovered by the Panthers. At the 14-yard line. And this game has just been a disaster for the Stallions. There's a delayed blitz off the edge. A free rusher comes in. Nobody picks him up. It's Noah Dawkins. He made the play on the screen. The play before. And he gets a strip sack there on Martinez. Gives the Panthers the football. Excellent field position on the Stallion 15-yard line. Here's a 1st and 10 for the Panthers. Trey Quinn, man in motion. They hand this off to McCrary, who's going to lower the shoulder as he gets near the 10-yard line and fight his way down to the 7. Here's a 2nd and 3 from the 7-yard line. First down is inside the 4. Etling in shotgun. Mariner in motion. They will keep it on the ground with Nate McCrary up the middle for minimal gain, maybe 2 yards. That's being generous. So here's a 3rd and short for the Panthers. Stallions need to get a stop. You cannot give up a touchdown right here. So here's a 3rd and 2. Again, a first down is inside the 4. Etling in the pistol. McCrary the back lineup behind him. They will hand it off to McCrary. He's tripped up in the backfield. A huge play by Willie Yarbury. That was a massive play made by the big man up front. Willie Yarbury forces a 4th down, 4th and 3. Here comes Jake Bates. This one a 25-yard attempt. His 4th field goal of this first half. And the kick for Bates is good. Jake Bates has now made a field goal in the 20s, 30s, 40s, and 50s. All in this first half. So next up, he's either going to hit a 60-yarder or like a 19-yarder. So it is now 18-3. This has been a terrible first half for the Stallions. .3:59 to go in the first half. Each team still with all 3 timeouts in the first half play. The challenge for both teams is available as well. Jake Bates kicks this off. And this one will bounce out of bounds. Smart play by Jennings to let that go out. And this will be a free kick out of bounds. Stallions will take over at midfield. So here's a 1st and 10 for the Stallions. Ball in midfield after the kickoff goes out of bounds. Martinez has an empty backfield. He'll look to throw. Martinez gonna launch one deep down the field. Open receiver behind the defense. Jordan Thomas, 1 play, Stallion touchdown. Oh man, did they need that. A 1 play, 50-yard touchdown. Jordan Thomas down the field. He missed the touchdown before. Now he's got a touchdown, and the Stallions really needed that. First touchdown of the game. It is now 18-9. Jordan Thomas, the big man, 277 pounds, gets behind the defense. Surely not the guy you expect to get behind him, but he does it. And a touchdown for the Stallions. The Stallions going for 2. The ball is placed on the 5-yard line. Want the ball on the left hash for this play. The Stallions a 39% conversion rate on 2-point attempts. The league average is 41%. Their best is a 63% conversion rate on 1-point attempts. This one incomplete on the throw to Amari Rogers. Rogers is looking for a flag. But they go back to this touchdown. Let's see what happens here. Thomas is lined up as a receiver, but right where a tight end would typically play. And he's just able to outrun the linebacker. Safeties play wide. And he's got a touchdown. But the score stays 18-9 after the 2-point conversion attempt is no good. Here is the kickoff. It will be returned from about the goal line on the return. And Devin Ross is still fighting for yards. He will get taken down to 34. So 1st and 10 here. For the Panthers, they take over at their own 34-yard line. Lead this one 18-9 with 3:46 to go in the first half. Etling throws outside to Marcus Sims, his second catch, and Sims gains 10 on the first down, although there was a flag on the play. This is roughing the passer. It's on 96, Carlos Davis. He has been a little prone to those penalties. I feel like I have seen his fair share of roughing the passer penalties. Was an all UFL defensive tackle. Let's see this penalty. Oh, come on. That's brutal. That is horrible. That's terrible. Etling hands off to Colburn, who's wrapped up by Davis after gaining only a yard. So here's a 2nd and 9 for the Panthers from the 40. Etling off play action will look to throw, sets his feet, now rolls to his right. Etling on the run. Etling is going to take a big hit from DeMarcus Gates and go down for loss of 3. Nice play by Gates coming up to make that play, keeping Etling short of the line of scrimmage, and that'll be a sack. Loss of 3. Etling just can't find anywhere to go with the football. And then ends up getting taken down by Gates. Here's a 3rd and 13. Play blown dead. Before the snap. Panthers called their first timeout with with the play clock at 2. It'll be a 30-second timeout. That's the first timeout either team has spent so far in this half. So here's a 3rd and 13. 2:01 to go in the first half. So this will be the only play before the 2-minute warning. Empty backfield for Danny Etling. Look to throw. Stallions rush 4. Underneath, that's caught by Trey Quinn. He's got 4 red shirts surrounding him, and he's taken down. An 11-yard pickup brings up 4th and 2. And that's the 2-minute warning with 1:56 to go. Now, with this being a 4th and about 2, you have to wonder, could you go for this? I know you got Jake Bates. He's probably going to make this. It'll be probably like a 50-something yarder. It's on the 32, so he can surely make this. It would be roughly 50 yards. But with it being a 4th and 1, could you potentially go for this if you're the Panthers? They've got some extra time to talk it over, so I would... I would definitely consider going for this. Especially that they have more time to talk it over with this being the 2-minute warning. And at some point, you could wonder if all these at times settling for a field goal could eventually hurt the Panthers, because the Stallions just scored a touchdown and they're right back in it. It went from being a 15-point lead to only a 9-point lead in one play. And I know with the Stallions offense, they haven't been playing well, but with the quality of their offense, they can score in a hurry. Alright, but still waiting for them to come back from commercial. A minute 56 to go in the first half. Panthers up by 9. They will send on the field goal unit. Jake Bates is the first kicker to make 4 field goals in a single half. This is already his 5th field goal attempt. It will be a 51-yard field goal. So a 51-yard field goal for Jake Bates from the right hash. Snap, is good. The hold is good. The kick on the way, drifting, and it is no good. Jake Bates just puts it wide. His first miss of the day, now 4 for 5. I mean, that was like 51-yarder. So Bates puts it wide, and the Stallions take over with a minute 51 to go at their own 41. Martinez throws over the middle to Marable. The Stallions are a really good team in scoring before the half. They have a lot of time. A minute 35 and 3 timeouts to work with. So time really not a factor. Although they are the best team in the league at scoring with under 2 minutes to go in the first half. Martinez just going to throw this away. Brings up a 3rd and 5. With a minute 21 to go. Now, there's a flag that comes in. Officials, after discussing this, may opt to call grounding. Let's see. It is intentional grounding. That is not good. That is bad. It's essentially a sack. You lose the down. That is terrible. Third and 16 here. Officials still discussing something. Stallions already with 8 penalties for 80 yards. I need a touchdown. Yeah, score before the half would be great for the Stallions. Oh, they had to figure out the clock. There's going to be a 10-second runoff because of the grounding penalty, and the Stallions don't want to use a timeout. So there's now 1:11 on the clock in the first half. So here's a 3rd and 16. The Stallions just 1 of 4 on 3rd downs today. We still never got to see a replay of that intentional grounding. Martinez in shotgun. Will look to throw. Martinez with time. Plenty of it. He's going to launch one way down the field. Amari Rogers, the target, overthrown. A flag comes in on the play. I think Rogers is upset about something. Where there's a flag on the play. Let's see what this will be. There's 50 seconds left in the first half. We have defensive holding. Nate Brooks, number 3, gets called for the hold. It's a 5-yard penalty and an automatic first down. Yeah, I would agree that that's probably a hold. So that's big for the Stallions. It keeps the drive alive. 50 seconds left. Martinez looks to throw, steps up in the pocket. Now he's going to dance around to his right and just throw this away. .43 seconds left in the first half. Here's a 2nd and 10. Adrian Martinez, 9 of 13 for 135 yards and a touchdown. Martinez to throw again. Zips one over the middle. Open receiver caught by Marvin Williams inside Panther territory. Williams coughs up the ball. It's still free. He's able to get it back. I thought he was down before he fumbled. The clock is temporarily stopped. There's 32 seconds left. Let's see. We got a lot of stuff to look at here. One, was he down before the ball came out? I think so. They definitely punched the ball free, but I don't think... Or sorry, let me rephrase that. They definitely punched at the ball, but I don't think it comes out until he hits the ground. But the Stallions call a timeout, 32 seconds left, each team now with 2 timeouts remaining in the first half. Martinez looks to throw, is going to float one down the field towards the end zone, incomplete. 2 receivers in the same area, Jace Sternberger and Benjamin Victor. Looks like it was intended for Victor, but neither end up catching the ball and it falls incomplete. A little overthrown over both. So 2nd and 10 with 27 seconds to go. Ball on the 31. Martinez going to take off on a design quarterback run. Martinez stays inbounds. He will pick up 7. 20 seconds left. Stallions call their 2nd timeout. Stallions with 1 timeout left. 20 seconds to go. Brings up a 3rd and 4. I'm really surprised we haven't seen Martinez run more. So here's a 3rd and 4 for the Stallions with 20 seconds left in the first half. Panthers lead 18-9. Empty backfield for Martinez. He'll look to throw. Here comes a 5-man rush. Again, he's going to throw downfield towards the end zone. Almost a great catch by Amari Rogers. That's broken up by Nate Brooks. Brings up a 4th and 4, 16 seconds left. And that's going to be a field goal attempt here for the Stallions. Chris Blewett for a 43-yarder, and his kick right down the middle. It is now 18-12. So 18-12 with 12 seconds left in the first half. Run Martinez. Yeah, I'm surprised they haven't run him more. Not just in this game, but throughout the rest of the regular season. I know he ends with like 560 yards, led the league in rushing, but just 3 carries today. And I feel like he hasn't been used as much as a runner later in the season. So the kick from Chris Blewett is away, and this will be fielded from the goal line. Here's Devin Ross on the return up the middle of the field. Ross still on his feet. Devin Ross, a great return up to the 42. 4 seconds left. They're nearly in Jake Bates' range already. Not quite. I doubt they'd trot him out there for an 80-yard field goal, but they're at least in a position to throw a Hail Mary right now. They're just going to take a knee? Oh, wow. That's such a boring way to end the half. Throw a Hail Mary. That's so boring. But we reach halftime. The Panthers lead the Stallions 18-12. Stallions get the kickoff to begin the second half. But I'm going to go take quick breaks to do a halftime of every game. I'll be back in a few minutes for the second half. So yeah, I'll be back in a minute. Alright, I'm back. Thank you guys for staying with me as I took a quick break. But the Panthers lead the Stallions by a score of 18-12 at halftime. And they have definitely been the better team in the first half of play. Hold on one second. Alright, but the Panthers lead this one 18-12 at halftime. They were definitely the better team in the first half. I originally said the Stallions would win this game by a score of 23-17. I think we'll see a few more points scored than what I originally predicted, but I still think it'll be somewhere in that range. I originally also said the Stallions would win. They were outplayed by the Panthers in the first half. But I'm going to stick with the Stallions to get the win. I think they'll find a way to come back. They've found a way to win a lot of games all season. They're 9-1 for a reason. I think they'll play a much better second half, be more disciplined, can't have another 8 penalties. And I think I'm going to stick with my original prediction of the Stallions. I think they'll make a comeback. It's only a 6-point game. A touchdown ties it. So still very much anyone's game heading into the second half. And let's go with the Stallions to win this game in a close one. I'm going to stick somewhere on the 23-17 prediction. Let's go. Actually, I think I'm going to go a little bit more than 23-17, or that range. Let's go Stallions 26 to... Let's go 26-22 Stallions. So that's my updated score prediction. Going over stats from the first half, beginning with player stats for the Panthers. Passing, Danny Etling is 10 of 13 for 104 yards and a touchdown. Rushing for the Panthers, Nate McCrary, the only guy with positive yards on the ground. He's got 8 carries for 54 yards. Matt Colburn, 5 carries for a loss of 1 yard. Danny Etling, 1 carry for -1. Receiving for the Panthers, Sayosi Mariner, 2 catches, 49 yards and a touchdown. Marcus Sims, 2 for 16. Trey Quinn, 1 for 11. Tight end, I don't know how to say his name, 2 for 10. Then Matt Colburn, Devin Gray, and Devin Ross, each with a catch under 10 yards on 1 target. For the Stallions, Adrian Martinez is 10 of 17 for 164 yards and a touchdown. Then on the ground, the Stallions have not run the ball very much. They haven't found much success doing so. 2.3 yards a carry as a team. Their leading rusher is CJ Marable, 2 carries for 11 yards. Adrian Martinez, 3 carries for 3 yards. I really think they need to get him a lot more involved in the run game. I'd like to see him with at least 10 carries by the end of this game. And then Ricky Person Jr., 2 carries for 2 yards. Receiving for the Stallions, Jordan Thomas, 1 catch, 50 yards and a score. Jay Sternberger, 1 catch, 38 yards. Marlon Williams, 2 for 37. Gary Jennings, 1 for 16. Benjamin Victor, 1 for 13. CJ Marable, 1 for 5. Amari Rogers, 2 for 4. And Deion Kane, 1 catch for 1 yard. Quickly going over team stats. The Panthers had more time possession. 16-31 to 13-29. Although the Stallions outgained the Panthers 170 to 152. Stallions with a better team throwing the ball, but the Panthers the significantly better team on the ground. And the Stallions with 1 turnover. Panthers did not turn the ball over at all. But the second half is set to get underway in a second. Let's let me adjust this. I think throughout this game, the Panthers, or the rest of it, the Panthers need to score more touchdowns. Because I don't. I think the Stallions will pick up the offense. And I think the Panthers are then going to need to be able to score a little bit more. Not just. The Panthers are going to need to be able to score more. Not just field goals. Last week at halftime, the Stallions were down 16-6. This week they're down 18-12. They came back to win last week's game 20-19. Let's see if they can come back this week with the stakes much higher. They were literally just on the field ready to kick off. They went to a commercial break, and now what? Alright, still waiting for them to begin the half. Showing some first half highlights right now. Panthers lead this one 18-12. And if you guys missed my updated score prediction, I'm sticking with my original prediction of the Stallions and tweaking my score to now be the Stallions to win by a score of 26-22. The Stallions also with way too many penalties in the first half. 85 penalties, wow, that would be a lot of penalties. 88 penalties for 85 yards. Panthers just 3 penalties for 20 yards. Hold on, the leg of my chair is being annoying. Alright, there we go. I couldn't put my foot where I wanted it because I had the leg to my chair there, so I had to fix it. But we're set to kick off here in the second half. Bates sends it away. And this is a shorter kick fielded by Deon Kane at the 17. Kane on the return breaks this to the outside. Deon Kane up the sideline into Panthers territory. Forced out of bounds there. Jake Bates had to force him out. That's a great return for Deon Kane. Sets the Stallions up with tremendous field position inside Panthers territory. First and 10. Martinez looks to throw, has time, going to launch downfield on the first play of the second half, and it's picked off. Intercepted in the end zone, or right at the goal line. Now on the return, I can't tell where it's returned to. Let's see, I don't know if he waited too long to bring this back out. Let's see. They're going to take a look at this. It is an interception. Does he make contact with Deon Kane? The Stallion receiver is the target, or is the question. Alright, so apparently he does make contact with Deon Kane. He's going to be marked down at the 1-yard line. That pass was underthrown by Martinez. And that allows the defender to make a play on the ball. So the ball's on the 1 for the Panthers. They're going to go to the ground with Matt Colburn. And he is going to get thrown back into the end zone, but he is able to get a yard. So here is a 2nd and 8, ball on the 3-yard line. Etling looks to throw. Etling gets it out quickly. A catch made by Marcus Sims makes a move. Is still on its feet. Brought down at the 19. That's a good play to get the Panthers some breathing room. Going back to that interception real quick, they went to the live mic of Skip Holtz, talking to Adrian Martinez as he was coming off the field. They wanted that ball thrown towards the hash, not down the sideline. They wanted it thrown more of like a post route rather than just a straight go route. So here's a 1st and 10 for the Panthers at the 19. Etling looks to throw. Going to throw one downfield. That is, oh, that's a nice catch. The guy just got his feet in and ruined us play along the sideline. Here they go back to the ground. And the Panthers will gain about 3, maybe 4 yards there. So here is a 2nd and 6. Here they go back to the ground with Colburn. Colburn going to look for a cutback lane. Not really going to find much space as Kenny Robinson takes him down at the line of scrimmage. That'll bring up a 3rd and 6. The Stallion defense needs to stop here. Third and 6. Etling underneath that is caught by Mariner. He's short of the line to gain. Wrapped up by Tizino. Really nice tackle to keep him a yard short. That's a nice play by Tizino. 4th in the league in tackles in the regular season. And makes a nice tackle to keep him short there. Panthers going to be forced to punt on 4th and 1. The ball a little before their own 40-yard line, or beyond their own 40. This is a 4th and 1. The ball's on the 46-yard line. This is the first Panthers punt of the day. Brock Miller on to punt. He's got a big leg for a punter. Oh, it's a low snap. Actually, play is blown dead. It's an illegal snap, so it started, stopped, and then started again. That will back him up 5. So here is a 4th and 6 from the 41-yard line. Oh, it's a fake! They're going to throw this on a fake punt! Wow! That is the last thing I expected after the penalty. They snap it to the up man, who throws it to the outside. Wow! That was really surprising. That is the last thing I expected, especially after the penalty. Brock Miller makes it look like the snap's going over his head. Wow, what a fake. A ball comes out next play. Etling hit from behind. It's scooped up by the Stallions. Let's see, was the arm coming forward? If not, that's a huge strip sack. Let's see, what a sequence here. We have a fake punt. And now we gotta look here to see if this is a forward pass or not. Or if the hand starts to come forward. I hate how they always have it. Here we go. I think that ball's free first. Oh, that's close. They're going to give the ball to the Stallions. A clear recovery by the defense was made on the field. Stallion football. That's a huge play for the Stallion defense. Because after the fake punt, that was just a disaster. Kept the drive alive for the Panthers. And then, who knows, they could have gone on to score. But now, on that fake punt, that was just wild. I mean, that was the last thing I expected coming off the penalty. I actually thought of potentially faking it on that 4th and 1. But I thought there was no way they do it on 4th and 6 following the false start. Instead, they do it on 4th and 6. Kai Nakua throws a 17-yard pass, and then on the next play, Etling fumbles the ball, and the Stallions have it. That's wild. So now the Stallions take over at their own 47-yard line. They've run one play this half. It was an interception. So let's see if they can do something better than that here. Alright, still waiting for them to come back from commercial. Actually, they just got back. But the Stallions, they take over on their own 47. That was huge that they got that strip sack. So 1st and 10 from the 49. Martinez will hand off on the first play to Ricky Person. He's going nowhere. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. So here's a 2nd and 9. Ball in midfield, or a little short of midfield. Martinez will look to throw. Martinez has time. Now he steps up in the pocket, going to take off and run. And the ball now comes out. I think he was down. The Panthers recover it. But they do mark him down. It's going to be a 3rd and 5 or 6. Okay, I get we want to understand they're reviewing the play. But can we not show Mike Pereira sitting there, looking at the smallest screen of the replay? Show us the replay. Here we go. This is much better. They put the replay up big and have Pereira on the very corner of the screen. They're actually going to take a look at this to see if it's a fumble or not. Can't really see the ball. Wait a minute, that kind of starts to come free. That is really close. I think the ball's just getting ripped free. First, like, as he's hitting the ground, but I think that's going to be a fumble. It's his hand on the ground. Your hand doesn't count. It's got to be like your forearm. So they're going to overturn this. This is going to become a fumble recovered by the Panthers. That's huge. So 2 fumbles in 3 plays. Martinez with his 3rd turnover of the day, 2 fumbles, and also a pick. Let's see. what the Panthers can do here. They got the ball on their own 45. Etling turns around and hands this to McCrary. He's going to bounce this to the outside, go nowhere, though. Back to the line of scrimmage is all he'll get. So that is a huge turnover for the Stallions because they've just really way too many mistakes. 3 turnovers in this game, a lot of penalties as well, and they're not trying to help themselves win this game. Etling looks to throw. He's pressured, and Etling going to get taken down for a sack. Back at the 35. Jonathan Garvin with the sack, number 50. Stallions need to stop. 3rd and 18. If you give this up, you don't deserve to win the game. Etling looks to throw. Stallions rush 4. Gets it outside to Trey Quinn, and Quinn is wrapped up after picking up about 9. So, a good tackling by the Stallion defense. The Panthers are going to be forced to punt it away. So, the punt is away. Amari Rogers will field this at the 12. Makes one man miss. Rogers on the return. Going to break this to the outside. Rogers taken down at the 18. And that is where the Stallions will take over. Trailing 18-12 with 6:17 to go in the 3rd quarter. Alright, so still waiting for them to come back from commercial. Stallions with the football. But the Stallions trail by 6 with about 6 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. There's 6:17 to go in the 3rd quarter. Stallions with the first down on their own 19-yard line. Alright, first 10 Stallions at their own 19-yard line. Martinez in shotgun has 3 turnovers today. He will hand off to Amari Rogers on the jet sweep, and Rogers only going to pick up 2 yards. There's a flag that comes down at the point of the tackle. Alright, let's see. We got a personal foul. Illegal. Wait a minute, hold on. How do you have an illegal low block on the defense? That makes no sense at all. The all UFL cornerback Nate Brooks he's called for the penalty, but how do you have a block that's illegal by the defense? That makes no sense at all. Wait, hold on. Alright, they reverse this penalty. They take away the penalty. It's now 2nd and 8. Alright. So 2nd and 8 from the 20. That makes a lot more sense than an illegal block on the defense. 2nd and 8. Martinez looks to throw. Throws quickly over the middle. Oh, incomplete. Dropped by Gary Jennings. So Mike Pereira changes the penalty because it was within 5 yards of the line of scrimmage. I still don't understand how you have an illegal block on the defense. Here is a 3rd and 8 for the Stallions. Martinez looks to throw. Martinez pump faking. Has time. Run it. He waited way too long. He had plenty of space to go run that for a first down and a lot more. He just continues to dance around in the pocket and eventually gets taken down for a sack. He has all kinds of time, 2 rushing lanes, and goes nowhere. I actually think he was too indecisive on which rushing lane to choose. If he goes to the right side, everyone is on the left side. He's probably got a touchdown. His speed into that space, that's probably a touchdown if he can get there. So 4th and 9, Kobe Wadman on to punt it away. This is going to be fielded and returned up to the 42-yard line. So the Panthers take over at their own 45-yard line. Sorry, own 42-yard line. Leading by 6 with 4 minutes to go. Elling off play action, throws downfield. Intercepted! Picked off on the return up to the 49 of the Panthers. That is a huge return. A huge play, for the Stallion defense. Boy, did they need that. This has been one of the craziest third quarters I've seen in the UFL. So many turnovers, just a lot of chaos. That was exactly what the Stallions needed. Etling off play action, has a receiver, just misses him. Leads him too much. and then it's picked off by the safety. Ike Brown with the pick. And that was a huge turnover. The Stallions really needed that. 2 turnovers by each team in this quarter alone. Ike Brown's first pick of the season. And here's the Stallions offense. Matt Corral in at quarterback. We've got a quarterback switch. Matt Corral comes in. Corral with 494 yards this season. 2 passing touchdowns, 2 picks, also 92 rushing yards. Was a 3rd-round pick in the 2022 NFL Draft. A former Ole Miss quarterback where he threw for 57 yards in 3 seasons there. Actually, I think 4. 2nd and 3, Corral throws quickly underneath. That's picked off the hands of the receiver. And then this is picked off by the Panthers. Wow, does nobody want the ball right now? This is crazy. The 5th turnover of this quarter. That is wild. Usually you don't see 5 turnovers in a game, let alone in a quarter. That's wild. This isn't Corral's fault. This is off the hands of his receiver, Marvin Williams. He throws a little behind him, but it's off his hands, so he's got to catch it. Coburn gets the run for the Panthers. He'll gain a few. It's also crazy. You likely see the regular season MVP benched in the playoffs. That's just crazy. The MVP and he gets benched. Not every day you see that. Or likely the MVP. Obviously not announced yet. It's announced on Monday. 2nd and 7, Etling. Now he throws a pick. Nobody wants the ball. Ice him on the return. This might be a pick 6. Breaks a tackle and a Stallions touchdown. Wow, this 3rd quarter has been absolutely wild. A pick 6 for the Stallions. That is exactly what they needed. Ties the game up at 18. Wow, this is insane. A 48-yard touchdown return. Wow. This is crazy. I'm convinced nobody wants the football. Six turnovers this quarter. That is insane. The Stallions going to line up to go for a 1-point conversion. Matt Corral is in at quarterback. They're going to be going for 1, so they'll snap the ball from the 2-yard line. Corral off play action, throws to the flat, broken up, incomplete. The game remains tied at 18. With 2:37 left in the 3rd quarter. And actually, we got an injured Panther down on the field. Hopefully he's okay. But this 3rd quarter has been absolutely wild. But the game is now tied at 18. Bryce Torrendon was with the Maulers last year, was really good with them. He comes over to the Panthers now, and he's the injured player. Hopefully he's okay. He made a nice play to break that pass up on the conversion attempt. But we have seen 6 turnovers this quarter and seen 7 in the game. That is insane. The game is now tied at 18. And it is very much anyone's game. So the kick is away. This will be returned by Devin Ross. Ross on the return up the middle of the field. Ross still on his feet, and he's eventually taken down. Somebody loses a helmet on the play. Ross gets up to about the 40 on the return. And here comes the Panthers offense back on the field. Each team has 3 turnovers this quarter. Etling hands off to Colburn. Colburn spins his way for about 3. So here's a 2nd and 7. Mike Nolan's over talking to his defense, saying keep their composure and don't take any bad penalties. Second and 7. Etling on the option. He's going to throw this. That's broken up incomplete. With the way this quarter's been going, I'm surprised that's not a pick. Thinking about that, that's actually like a quadruple option. He could have handed that off, kept it, pitched it out wide, or thrown that over the middle. He opted to throw that over the middle. Here is a 3rd and 7. Etling, empty backfield. Etling is pressured, rolls out to his right. Etling on the run, directing traffic. Etling going to tuck it and run. He's taken down short of the line to gain. He gains 5. He needed 7. And the Panthers going to send on the punt unit. So here's a 4th and 3. Brock Miller on to punt. Amari Rogers is the returner. Rogers will let this go over his head and into the end zone. For a touchback, the ball will come out to the 25. I believe. Yeah, at the 25-yard line. So the Stallions take over at their own 25-yard line with not much time to go in the 3rd quarter. Yeah, 26 seconds left in the third. We've seen 6 turnovers in this quarter. And the game is now tied at 18. Let's see who comes back in at quarterback for the Stallions. It will be Matt Corral. Adrian Martinez has been benched. Crazy to see likely the league MVP benched in a playoff game. Corral throws over the middle. That is caught by Thomas, who's the game's leading receiver. Had a 50-yard score before. And Jordan Thomas with the first down gains about 15 there. But we saw 6 turnovers in the third quarter. That has happened in the NFL, not the UFL, the NFL, twice in 20 years. So, we enter the fourth quarter. With the game tied at 18, still very much anyone's game. Panthers held scoreless in the third quarter. Stallions only score because of a pick six. But that has to be one of the most insane third quarters I've ever watched. But we enter the fourth quarter, tied at 18 with a quarter of football left to play to decide a USFL champion and advance to the UFL Championship game. Yo, while they're at commercial, I'm gonna stretch my legs real quick. I just need to get up. My legs falling asleep for some reason. Alright, I'm good. Ready for a fourth quarter. Also, I will be streaming tomorrow's XFL Conference Championship game. So be sure to subscribe, turn notifications so you don't miss that. As my stream for that game will start at roughly 7 o'clock, which is game time. While we wait for them to come back from commercial, I'm also seeing if the attendance has been announced yet. No, not yet. But once the attendance is announced, I'll be sure to tell you guys. So entering the fourth quarter, Corral looks to throw. Corral gonna launch one deep down the field. That is, oh, what a catch in double coverage by Gary Jennings. Great throw by Matt Corral. There's 2 players there, but that is a perfect throw from Corral, 43 yards downfield. That you cannot put that any better. That is a perfect throw to Gary Jennings for a 43-yard catch. They go to the ground with Marable. He's got blocking. He's got another first down as well. He gains 11. This game is insane. First and goal from the 9. Corral going to keep this on the option. Oh, he takes a big hit from Breland Speaks, the UFL Defensive Player of the Year. Second and goal from the 6. Corral, with time, throws short of the goal line. Rogers is into the end zone for a touchdown. Amari Rogers with the Stallions. A first offensive touchdown of the half, and the Stallions take their first lead of the day. It is now 24-18. The Stallions are going to line up to go for 1 to make it a 7-point game. Oh, that is... Stallions honestly lucky that that's a false start. Because if it's not, that's a disaster. Because the snap actually hit Amari Rogers, who was in motion, yet he slipped. So the snap hit him. But Kevin Austin, the wide receiver, false start called against. So they will continue to go for 1. The 5-yard penalty means they will be snapping the ball from the 7-yard line. Corral looks to throw. Towards the end zone, broken up, incomplete. That's a nice play by Nate Brooks. So it's going to remain 6-0, a 6-point drive for the Stallions and a 6-point lead. 24-18. And this game has been wild. 6 turnovers in the third quarter. Adrian Martinez, likely the league's MVP, gets benched. Matt Corral comes in and throws a touchdown to give him the lead. The Stallions have scored 21 straight points. .42 to go in the fourth quarter. Stallions up 24-18. Each team still has their challenge remaining as well. That could be big down the stretch. Blewett's kick is headed towards the sideline and is going to head out of bounds. Looked like he got that off the side of his foot. That was a weird looking kickoff. And it's going to come out to midfield for the Panthers. Matt Corral has already thrown 69 yards, a touchdown, and a pick. First and 10 from midfield. Etling will hand off up the middle to Nate McCrary. He's played a really nice game. McCrary picks up 7. And the winner of this game will advance to the UFL Championship game and play the winner of the XFL Conference, either the Brahmas or the Battlehawks. They play tomorrow night. Try Quinn in motion. Etling hands off. No, he's going to keep this actually off play action. Throws low, but complete to Sayosi Mariner for a pickup of 6 and a first down. First and 10 for the Panthers. Etling looks to throw. He's going to have that pass deflected at the line and incomplete. Was looking for the running back out of the backfield. I think that was Matt Colburn. But could have been McCrary. They look so similar. That was McCrary. It's so difficult to tell a 6 and an 8 on a jersey. So 2nd and 10 following the incompletion. Ball on the Stallion 39. Empty backfield for Danny Etling, who'll look to throw. Etling with time. Throws underneath. Caught for first down gain of about 11. There's Devin Gray. So 1st and 10 from the 28-yard line. Etling will hand off to McCrary again. Up the middle for a gain of about 3. So 2nd and 8 for the Panthers. Trailing by 6. They've allowed 21 straight points. 11 minutes to go in the game. Etling throws to the outside off the hands of his intended target and incomplete. That was Devin Ross. I get Devin Gray and Devin Ross confused all the time. Devin Ross, number 12, more of a smaller, gonna make you miss type guy. And then Devin Gray is number 15. Ross is their kick returner. So 3rd and 8. Etling in shotgun. Colburn exits the backfield, so leaving it empty. Etling on a design quarterback run. He's going to bounce this outside. Now he's going to throw it downfield. Deflected, incomplete. Could have been another pick. JoJo Tillery got a hand on that. And popped it up in the air. That was a weird looking play. It looked like it was a designed quarterback run and like a quarterback draw. Apparently it wasn't, as receivers were running routes there, but I'm not really sure. Anyway, here comes another field goal for Jake Bates. He's 4 for 5 today. His only miss came from 51 yards. Here's a 44-yarder from the right hash. And the kick for Bates is blocked! The Stallions blocked the kick. And this will skip out of bounds at the 21-yard line. Jake Bates looked to have hurt himself on that kick as well. Let's see what happened here. Bates has his kick blocked. It doesn't look like anyone runs into him because it was blocked at the line. Nobody flying around the edge. I think he couldn't get his plant foot right and he slipped. That's not what you want to see. Jake Bates, a huge player in this league. I mean, you never want to see anyone get hurt. But especially someone like Jake Bates. Especially that gives Michigan kicking problems late in this game. That could be huge. If you need a game-winning field goal, now you don't have your all UFL kicker or something like that. Maybe the first blocked field goal of the year. Not sure. That's a good point. I don't recall seeing one. I remember seeing a couple of blocked punts. But I don't think I can't remember there being a blocked field goal. That's a good point. That's a really good point. Wait, let me check the stats real quick. I just got that idea to see if anyone's had a blocked field goal. Let me look real quick. So I guess this would be under kicking. No, there's no blocked category. Maybe it's under defensive stats where you can filter by blocked field goals. Not here. Let me check the UFL website, see if they sometimes they have different stats. Oh, yes, field goals blocked. Let's see. There's actually been 2 field goals blocked. The Renegades kicker had one blocked, as did the Brahmas. So this is the 3rd blocked field goal of the season. They go back to the field goal. It was blocked by a Stallion player at the line of scrimmage. And we'll have to see about Jake Bates. He looked to have hurt his left leg, because I don't think he got his plant foot right, which is his left leg. Looked like he slipped and landed hard on his left side. Hopefully he'll be okay. 1st and 10, Corral underneath, that is caught by Marvin Williams. He sheds a tackle. Williams with another stiff arm. He's forced out of bounds. That was actually an offensive lineman who blocked that punt. Or blocked that field goal. Honestly, a smart strategy. I mean, they're not used to playing the position like that. But they're the tallest guys on the team, so if they jump and put their hands up, that's actually a really good strategy. Corral with plenty of time. Now he gets pressure and he's swung down for a sack. Corral almost 100% sure he will finish now. Coach not happy with Martinez at all today. Yeah, Martinez just did not play a good game. 3 turnovers, forced a lot of throws. And then if the Stallions hold on here, it's still 8.5 minutes. Creates an interesting discussion of who starts next week. 2nd and 14. Corral throws to the outside. That is incomplete. Flag comes in. Dion Kane the target. There's 2 flags there. Let's see. I don't know if I love the call. We got defense number 1. It was the corner right there. He gets called for a hold. That's Govanta Taylor. That means it's got to be before the pass was thrown, because that's the only way it can be a hold. And I can't really get a good replay of it. So, not completely sure. 1st and 10, Corral. Throwing quickly, there's Deon Kane. Kane on the slant, he gains 10. And another Stallion 1st down. Jake Bates just sitting on the bench. Doesn't seem to be in with the training staff or anything like that. Here is Marable. Great carry up the middle. Marable still on his feet. Gonna get a big push from the offensive line as well. Marable gains 14. Jake Bates told the training staff he's okay. He just slipped. But that could still be something to watch if he has to attempt another field goal. So 1st and 10 for the Stallions. Ball on the 29. Corral hands off to Marable rushing left. Marable makes a cut, still on his feet, and he will get taken down following a pickup of 7. So here is a 2nd and 3 for the Stallions. Ball on the Panthers 22. Corral looks to throw, steps up in the pocket, gonna float one downfield as he gets hit just out of the end zone and incomplete. Looking for Deon Kane. Deon Kane, the MVP of last year's USFL Championship game, with 4 catches, but 3 of them went for touchdowns. Stallions just 1 of 6 on 3rd downs today. Here's a 3rd and 3. Empty backfield for Corral, who will look to throw. Gets it out quickly. That's caught by Sternberger for a 1st down to the 12-yard line. And the Stallions convert on 3rd down. Sternberger gets down to the 12-yard line. And Stallions currently on a 7-play, 54-yard drive, taking 4:50 off the clock. Empty backfield for Corral. We got a false start here. Left tackle moved early. So 1st and 15 following the false start. The Stallions a lot of penalties today, but despite that, still up by 6 with under 5 minutes to go. Here's a quick throw to the outside, caught by Ricky Person. He's forced out of bounds right there, though. Brings up a 2nd and 15. So late in the season to take a false start penalty. I think they said he's not their usual left tackle. He's filling in for somebody today. But anyway, yeah, it is late in the season. You should have your timing synced up by now. But I mean, maybe with a different quarterback, it's a little bit different with Corral as opposed to Martinez for the last, what, 7, 8 weeks? We had an injured player down on the field, couldn't tell who it was. Obviously, hopefully he's okay. What am I watching it on? I'm watching it on. The game's on ABC, so I've just got it through the ESPN website, and if you go to watch, you can also watch ABC on there if it's a sports related thing. Official attendance for today's game was announced about 10 minutes ago. 10,287 for the Stallions. I would consider that a disappointment. It looks like a pretty good crowd there, but overall, I consider that a pretty disappointing number. Oh, it's also on ESPN 3. Oh, okay. So far, results in the poll: 79% of you guys have said the Stallions will win. 21% have said the Panthers. Be sure to vote if you guys have not already done so. We're waiting for them to come back from commercial following the injury timeout. Hold on 1 second. Alright, they're just back from commercial break. Obviously, remember the winner of this game advances to the UFL Championship game to play the winner of the Brahmas and Battlehawks game. The attendance will be a sellout in St. Louis by. I'll get back to that in a second. After this play, Corral looks to throw, throws quickly underneath, caught by Person. He's got space ahead of him. That's a touchdown as he dives and hits the pylon. A touchdown for the Stallions. That is huge. Ricky Person Jr. with a 15-yard touchdown catch puts the Stallions up by 12 with 4:04 to go. That's huge. That makes this a 2-score game. Wow, that was huge. That might not necessarily seal it, but that makes coming back for the Panthers a lot more difficult. Now, a 2-score game, each team still has all 3 timeouts, and there's still 4 minutes. And when you consider the fact that you've got the alternative to the onside kick of 4th and 12 from your own 28, it's doable. It's just a lot less likely now, I feel. The Stallions going to go for 1 to try to make it a 13-point game. Corral, a jump pass towards the end zone, caught by Jordan Thomas. This guy's so tall, he can just reach over everyone. but the conversion is good for the Stallions at 31-18. Yeah, that's 27, now 28 straight points for the Stallions. Alright, getting back to your comment, right, the attendance will be a sellout in St. Louis, by contrast, a playoff game, too, yeah. I think the attendance in St. Louis should be really good, and next week, if the Battlehawks win, it should be even better, because obviously the St. Louis Cardinals are there, and I know when the Cardinals play, the Battlehawks attendance has been a little bit lower. It's been closer to 30,000 and 40,000. But I know the Cardinals are on the road next week. And tomorrow they play in the afternoon, so there is a chance fans can potentially go to both, but maybe not. That's kind of unlikely. It's 6 hours in between starting. The kick is away from Chris Blewett, and this will be returned by Devin Ross. Ross on the return is up the middle of the field, and Ross to the 40-yard line. Ricky Person today, just 3 carries for 3 yards. Only 5 total touches for a total of 20 yards, but a huge touchdown a few minutes ago. 1st and 10 for the Panthers. Etling gets it out quickly to Trey Quinn. He gets up to the 49. Second and 2, here's the handoff up the middle to Colburn. He's got a first down. The Panthers got to move quicker. They're down by 13, have all 3 timeouts. Alright, here we go. A little bit of pace here. No huddling, at least. Etling looks to throw. Etling to the outside. That is caught for a pickup of about 6. Stops the clock with 3:12 to go. Each team has all 3 timeouts remaining, as well as the challenge. Second and 5, clock running, 3 minutes to go. Etling will look to throw. That is tipped at the line and incomplete. He was looking for Trey Quinn. Third and 5. 2:45 to go. Etling empty backfield. Will look to throw. Etling dancing around in the pocket, rolling to his left. Etling pump faking, taken down for a sack. That is the last thing you wanted to do right there. Take a loss. 4th and a lot more difficult. It's going to be like 4th and 9 now. He needed to either run sooner or just get rid of it. I know it's a 3rd down, but it's obviously 4 down territory. Now it's 4th and 9. The Panthers were forced to use their first timeout. So here's a 4th and 9. Gotta have this for the Panthers. Fourth and 9. Empty backfield for Danny Etling. Stallions rush 4. Etling is pressured, rolls to his left. Etling on the run. Etling sets his feet, gonna launch one way down the field, underthrown and intercepted. Picked off, that essentially seals this for the Stallions. On the return, he's taken down at the 28-yard line. Ike Brown with his second pick of the day. The Stallions, 2 minutes and 2 seconds away from advancing back to a spring football championship game. The Panthers have turned the ball over 4 times this half. Wait, we got a challenge. Panthers are challenging something here. The Panthers look like they're going to be challenging pass interference. I mean, I like it. You got nothing to lose. Is there early contact? Yes. Is this enough for a pass interference? I don't think so. Here's why. The contact drives the guy back, but it's not the defender's fault that the guy slips. Man, this sun is coming right in my eye. That is really annoying. Oh, there we go. That's a little better. No DPI looks at the ball too. Yeah, that as well. There's no foul for pass interference. Michigan charged their second timeout. They can no longer challenge anything else. And it's going to remain Stallion football. Now, you can say you shouldn't have challenged that. I mean, I could understand wanting to challenge it just to see if you can get anything. There's a chance. Corral gets downfield to throw a block. Marable still on his feet. Down the sideline, CJ Marable forced it bounce at the 45. But we reach the 2-minute warning now with 1:52 to go. But going back to that play, here's my thinking. You challenge it looking for anything. Or you don't use the challenge, you save the timeout, because you have the 2-minute warning plus 2 timeouts. You can still get the ball back. I mean, now obviously seeing that play, you can't, but there's 2 different ways the Panthers could have gone there. Alright, but waiting for them to come back from commercial, this game is essentially over. Sorry, this sun coming in through this window up here is really messing with the lighting. Everything else has gotten super dark, except for where the sun is. So sorry about that, that's really messed up. And it's also shining right in my eye. But, sorry about that. But the Stallions, a minute 52 away from winning the USFL for the third straight season, looking for a three-peat. But still waiting for them to come back. 2 minutes to go in this game. Or a little under. Can't see the Battlehawks losing to the Brahmas, but anything can happen. For me, it depends on the Brahmas quarterback situation. If Dormady plays, probably not. I just don't trust him. But, I mean, yeah, anything can happen. I want to see the Battlehawks win tomorrow. I want to see what that crowd can look like in the championship game. I want to see a rematch of what was undoubtedly the game of the year. So, I want to see the Battlehawks win, but it also makes it interesting. If the Brahmas win, they're the only team to have beaten the Stallions this season, so that's interesting. Corral hands off up the middle. I don't know who he handed it to. Panthers call their third and final timeout there. So here's a 2nd and 6 for the Stallions. The Panthers can't stop the clock. Down by 13 with a minute 47 left. Got a false start that'll back the Stallions up 5. It's on their left guard. Man, this sun, I gotta figure out how to block that. And that also looks really bad, so sorry about that. But here's a 2nd and 11. They hand off to Marable running right. Marable gains 5, maybe 6 yards. The clock continues to run. And it will run to about a minute 5 before they will snap this again. Third and 6. They go back to the ground. Panthers got to stop. Whoa, maybe they didn't. I thought Marable was way short. Somehow he was able to break free from there. The Panthers do get a stop. And they will get the ball back with roughly 20 seconds left. I think it's going to be 19 seconds. 4th and 1 here for the Stallions. Stallions call a timeout with 20 seconds left. That means they're going to probably send on the punt unit, and the Panthers will have 20 seconds to find a way to score 13 points, which is essentially impossible. But this gets really interesting. You're talking about it on the broadcast right now. Who do you start next week? You made it to the championship game, won the USFL for the 3rd consecutive season. But who do you start? Is it Corral, who came in relief of Martinez today? Is it Adrian Martinez, who's going to be the league MVP most likely, but hasn't played well each of the past 2 weeks, now 3 weeks? This week, last week, didn't even play that well against the Brahmas back in week 9. The Stallions actually going to line up to go for this here on 4th and 1 and try to end this game on offense. Corral in shotgun. Everyone in super tight. They hand off to Person, and I can't tell where he is in that pile. Let's see, there's 13 seconds on the clock. He's short. It's Panthers football. So the Panthers, down by 13, have 13 seconds left, no timeouts. This is impossible. Etling looks to throw. He's pressured, steps up in the pocket, runs into his own lineman. He's sacked. 8 seconds left, and that's how the game's going to end. But for the 3rd straight season, the Birmingham Stallions have won the USFL Conference, or last 2 years it was a league. This year, it's a conference. 3rd straight season, the Stallions are USFL champions. They advance to St. Louis. They will go to St. Louis next week in the championship game, play the winner of the Battlehawks and the Brahmas. And it creates a really interesting conversation. Who do you start next week? The Stallions, seeking their 3rd straight league championship, won the USFL the last 2 years, looking for their 3rd consecutive spring football championship. Thanks for the stream. Good commentary. Have a good Saturday. Thanks. I'll also be live tomorrow for the XFL championship game on tomorrow. I'll be live at about 7 Eastern time, or a couple minutes before kickoff for that. But the Stallions win this game 31-18. Advance to the UFL Championship game to play either the Battlehawks or Brahmas. But we'll have to see the decision for Skip Holtz and the Stallions as we go to next week. But the Stallions win the USFL for the third straight season, and they advance to the UFL Championship game, where they'll play either the Brahmas or the Battlehawks. We actually got pushing and shoving going on between the Panthers and Stallions here, over on the sideline. But that's going to do it for today's stream, everybody. Thank you guys for watching. Be sure to like this stream, subscribe, turn notifications so you don't miss tomorrow's stream, any other upcoming videos. Again, sorry about the sun. It has been really in my eyes for the past few minutes. Yeah, I gotta figure out if I can block that. But I will be streaming tomorrow. I'll also be streaming the UFL Championship game. I actually don't know what time the championship game is. I've heard it's at 5 Eastern time, which is so annoying. Oh, it is, okay. I didn't see the time on the UFL website. It's at 5 Eastern time, which is the most annoying time for me. But I'll be streaming that as well. But, thank you guys for watching. Be sure to like this stream, subscribe, turn on notifications so you don't miss any other upcoming videos or upcoming streams. I do my best to put as often as possible. I hope you all have a great rest of your day or night, and I will see you in the next video.